TM Veeraraghav, our avid politics watcher from the south, is with me live. T. Ramakrishnan, senior journalist. Ramaswamy Mayappan is a political analyst. He favors the BJP. Jagdishwaran is a political analyst pro the TVK. And it's interesting, Veera, today that, neither the BJP nor the DMK, wanted to participate in this conversation, in this discussion. Nobody really wants to say anything. They've seen these huge crowds. Nobody wants to take any risks, apparently, with Vijay's fan base and the huge crowds that he's able to draw. What did you make of it, Veera? Veera, you're on mute. Apologies.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shiv. I think everyone's watching the script, waiting for the climax, because the lion has roared in Madurai. But what's the substance from the roar? You say Vijay doesn't want allies. Even the great MGR needed an ally to come to power. Jayalalitha, Karunanidhi, no one's won without an ally. How is Vijay going to plan to change the game? Where is he going to contest from? He wants to contest from all 234 seats. Is that the right message in a politically astute state, which is extremely politically aware? There are several questions that need to be raised as well. But categorically, his fan following is so huge, as you saw there, Shiv, and it's definitely a worry for every political force in the state. They are all waiting and watching. AIADMK will be as worried as the DMK is calculating on what it's going to lose from Vijay, and that's why no one's wanting to come out and make a comment. And the strategy is they don't want to attack Vijay too much because they're worried that will make him bigger.
Very interesting. Mr. Jagdishwaran, is this an astute way to go, to call himself the lone lion who's going to walk the path till the elections? Reject any possibility of a partnership with anyone? What's going on? Is this just muscle flexing because there's still some time to decide?
See, right from the first conference that was held in Vikramandi, he stood firm that his political enemy will be DMK and his ideological enemy will be BJP. And he has reiterated, his party man has reiterated this multiple times. And again, even today he said, there were talks from NDA, the BJP leaders asking him to join. If you want to defeat DMK, come and join with us. Even Yadapadi Palaniswamy was saying, come and join with us, only then you can defeat DMK. You alone cannot defeat DMK, I alone cannot defeat DMK. But he is making sure that the ideological enemy I'll be very firm in declaring this ideological enemy. I will not align with BJP. And I cannot also align in NDA because BJP is part of it. And there were talks that he might go and join with Yadapadi Palaniswamy directly. But he's completely rejecting it. And he's also making sure he's going to target the votes of ADMK by saying there is no good leadership of ADMK now, and the ADMK voters are confused on the leadership. And so he's saying, I am a leader, I am providing an option. Just like in MGR, just like in Jayalalitha, I am an alternate. And so the ADMK votes might also shift to me. That's what he's projecting now. So he wants to change this arena into DMK against TVK by targeting the votes of ADMK. And ADMK leader Yadapadi Palaniswamy has also reacted now, saying Vijay alone cannot do it. And he has started criticizing. So far, NDA, both BJP as well as ADMK has not criticized.
The thing is, everyone is saying Vijay cannot do this alone. Vijay is the only one who's saying, I don't care, I'm going to do this alone. The question that was raised by Veera is the most pertinent one. How is that actually going to happen? The biggest superstars have finally, had to strike alliances. Mr. Mayappan, the BJP being defined by Vijay as his ideological enemy, he says the fight is going to be between the TVK, which is his party, and the ruling DMK 10 months from now. What's your perspective on that? Mr. Mayappan? Okay, we can't get Mr. Mayappan. I think he can't. Are you? Yeah, go ahead. If you can hear me, Mr. Mayappan.
I'm not able to hear Shiv.
Okay, we can't. We'll fix that line. Apologies for that. Mr. Ramakrishnan, what did you make of it? The fact that Vijay has said that the BJP is his ideological enemy, the DMK is his political enemy, the fight is only going to be between the TVK and the DMK. Nobody else matters, nothing else matters. Everyone else is going to be watching from the sidelines. Is that accurate, or is that just projecting?
I think he has made some filmy dialogue, I think.
Very.
Okay, so beyond that, I don't see any I don't attach any great importance. Let me give you some mathematics. You see, the Tamil Nadu, the people on an average for assembly election around 4.5 crore. That means 45 million. So divided by 234, it will come to around 2 crore. It is 2 lakhs. Okay, so 2 lakhs means a winner should get minimum of 80 to 90,000 votes. So whether this Vijay's party will be able to get 80 to 90,000 votes in every constituency, I doubt it. Okay, so you can get about 30 to 40,000 votes. Okay, sometimes you can get 60, 70, but that is not enough. So this is the reality as far as elections are concerned in Tamil Nadu. So given this backdrop, I think you can make an attempt, and then you can ensure most probably the DMK a winner if he goes it alone.
Veera shaking his head. Veera doesn't agree with you. Veera?
No, my friend PRK, the only problem is that all of us who've observed Tamil Nadu politics want to extrapolate the past on the present. Look, politics changes. Electoral politics does not have to be the same way. The fact is, what you're saying is true from the conventional wisdom that Vijay needs an ally to get past the post. He may get vote shares, he will not turn into seats. But that's because we are assuming the past. What Vijay's strategists are telling, and I'm just putting a counterpoint across, is that why are you guys going back to the past? There is an entire change that's happened in the state. There's a demographic change. There's no Karunanidhi, there's no Jayalalitha. You never know what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
And even then, if he gets a 20% vote share, he categorically emerges as a force in Dravidian politics.
Mr. Mayappan, if you can hear me now,
let me respond to
quickly.
You see, this past is always an important guide. Okay, if you don't want to look at the past, okay, that's fine. But one thing is very sure: Tamil Nadu voters are very, very, I would say, guarded. Okay, cautious. Okay, they don't welcome newcomers just as say Delhi did for Arvind Kejriwal or Andhra Pradesh did for Jagan Reddy. Okay, so the same thing happened with respect to Jayalalitha, and subsequently Vijay also tried his level best, it didn't click. Kamal Hassan, so everybody will get crowd. Okay, but that's fine. But this is the same pattern I have been witnessing for quite some time. So this is nothing new. That's what I'm saying.
Is the BJP seeing any opportunity? You've been called the BJP has been called an ideological enemy here. What kind of how should the BJP see what Vijay has said and the line he has taken as far as this election is concerned? Mr. Mayappan, if you can hear me, what do you think?
I begin with my pranams to Bharat Mata. The collective slogan of the BJP and the DMK combined today is "Let us protect the people, let us save the people." Makkalai Kappom Tamilnagathai Meetpom is the slogan that they start their campaign with. So if Vijay's question is the poisonous DMK government in place, then the effort of all the parties in the opposition opposing the DMK is to collectively work together for the betterment of the people. That is to protect the people and to save Tamil Nadu. If Vijay's intent is not that, and if Vijay's intent is something else, and is to demonstrate himself as the lone person, he claimed himself as the lone tiger, lone lion, giving him the title. And if he's going to identify stating that none of his party cadre are capable of obtaining votes on their own, are able to demonstrate their own work culture, are able to convince their constituents that they are capable of governing and functioning for them, then if that be the case, is that the politics that Tamil Nadu wants? Because the Tamil Nadu people are very capable, very astute as to how they decide who their candidate has to be and how their eventual chief minister is chosen. It cannot always be on the question of identity. That identity politics has over time changed. Something that MGR established, but MGR demonstrated with governance. And MGR had capable leaders who were independently amazing candidates in their place. And MGR had the administrative experience from the DMK. Vijay steps in today into politics without that administrative experience. And if he's going to say that his own candidates are not capable and he's the only face, I'm not sure that the Tamil Nadu people will be interested in supporting such a candidate, saying that you do not have those capable people in every constituency.
No, but in this, I agree with Veeraraghav when he says that in the post-Jayalalitha, post-Karunanidhi sort of era, many things are up in the air. And Veera, beyond cinematic charisma and this very enviable mass kind of cult following. What is the TVK's concrete political plank in your view? What does Vijay really stand for?
He stands for change. He stands for change from an old world to a new world politics. But I'll tell you where the problem is. Today's speech, Shiv, I was awfully excited to listen. And I was extremely excited when he suddenly said, I'm going to give you all a surprise. Madurai East, I'm the candidate. I said, wow, he's got a plan in place. Then Madurai West, Madurai South. I mean, Usulambatti, every seat is going to be me. 234 seats is going to be me, Vijay. I think that's where the filmy aspect comes from. I think there is a level of, I don't know how this works out to his fan following, but remember, this is a state with a 60% of the electorate being members of political parties, extremely politically astute. And it's not, they need to see their candidates. So while Vijay has that mass following, to turn that in, he needs a strategy, he needs candidates, and he needs a clear game plan. His image is one of change, but I think he needs more than just rhetoric at this stage as he gets and hits the grounds for an election campaign.
Mr. Jagadishwaran, you want to answer that? Where is the game plan? Where are the candidates? Where is the strategy? There's no shortage of all this charisma and superstardom, but the connective tissue, the muscle required to actually convert this into an election win, that's not visible yet.
Number one, if you're asking me, is there a vote bank, as Sam Daniel was saying, there is a vote bank from the youngsters. The main vote bank is going to the youngsters. Also, the women voters are they say, I mean, many people that we talk, they say they're looking for a change. So there is a vote bank for Vijay. But if you're asking if that is enough to form a government, no. He has to work. And that is what he said. I mean, I'm going to go for yatras starting from next month. He said, I'm going to work for the people. I'm a full-timer now. He himself declared that I don't have any other job other than working for the people. So I'm going to work for the people. And unless and until he does that, it's not going to happen. So he believes that he is going to work for the people in the remaining 6 or 7 months before the elections. And only that can change the scenario. And going with that, I mean, he is the face of the party. And I mean, even though if it's going to be any other candidate, the vote is again for Vijay. So if you're going to ask people, irrespective of the constituency, we're going to ask the people are going to say, I'm voting for Vijay. I don't know who's the candidate here. It's the same case with even with DMK. When Jayalalitha was here, when Kalaignar was here, it's the same thing. They say, we vote for Amma, we vote for Kalaignar. That's what they used to say. So this is more of a leadership-based scenario, and Vijay thinks that will again work out for him as well.
Okay, so you're saying that the candidates won't matter. It's all about voting for Vijay at the end of the day, no matter which constituency. Is it Veera is shaking his head? Veera, quick rebuttal, then I'll go to Mr. Mayappan.
No, I think that's a very, very wise understanding of politics. Candidates matter, even if it is Prime Minister Modi, Jawaharlal Nehru, or Jayalalitha, or M. Karunanidhi. Candidates matter quite a lot.
Okay, Mr. Mayappan, you want to weigh in from the BJP's perspective on this?
See, from the BJP's perspective, they always welcome anyone new coming into politics. That way, Vijay.
But this will cut into their thing. This will erode their own, divert all, whatever little attention is there on the BJP will also get eaten away now. You've got these big thumping players now.
That's where I have a small disagreement with Mr. TMV Raghavan. The distinction here is that Vijay is not playing for new politics. He's talking about old leaders. He's talking about Periyar, he's talking about Kamarajar, he's talking about MGR today, he spoke about Vijay Kant. He talked about these leaders. And when he talked about policy, he didn't talk about anything new. He talked about NEET, he talked about TAPMAT. These are part of the existing manifestos of the ADMK, the DMK, or any other new party that's come into the state. So if you are going to bring in something new for the people, you will have to talk about those specifics. And you will have to talk about how this change agent you are going to be. Nothing. Today, Safai Karamcharis in the state have been protesting for a long time about regularization of their employment, about giving them better health benefits and so on. And Vijay has not gotten down to the ground. How are you going to get down to the ground? How are you going to interact with them? And what benefits are you going to get them when you get to office? These are changes that someone who electorally wants to contest for the highest office or for my own constituency needs to ask. And today Vijay can come back and beat the old trumpet. He's only a third alternative. In the sense, he's one more person beating the same trumpet. I want someone with a new trumpet, new slogan, new agenda, new curriculum that would provide me a change in life if I'm a constituent there. But that is not what Vijay provides. Vijay is not an alternative. Vijay is the same old bucket, same old material that's available, just a new person raising the same voice.
The idea of change is an intoxicating one. Veera, you know, you've covered multiple elections in Tamil Nadu. Do you think, the message in many ways is familiar? We hear some of the same echoes in rally after rally. We've heard Rajinikanth say some things when he was sort of dipping his toes into politics and thinking about making his plunge as well. That was also a little bit about change, even though he was a much older star. Do you see the same thing here? Do you see an electorate really being sort of electrified by the kind of things that Vijay is saying?
I think there is a definite electric impact that he has. Whether that turns into votes is the question. Let me just take you back to 2006, and I think TRK will agree. In the height of Jayalalitha and M. Karunanidhi, Vijay Kant was able to get 6 to 8% vote share in the state. Now, that shows that there is a desire for change. There was a desire for departing from this dichotomy of AIDMK, DMK. Does Vijay have his allies and has his arithmetic in place? I don't think so. Not yet. Does he have a strategy in place? He hasn't told anything. He just has star power. It's a platform. Can he change it in the next 10 months? Yes, if he plays his cards well. Let's also not forget that there's not just an MGR and a Jayalalitha when you talk of film politics. Just neighboring state, N.T. Ramarao managed a crazy election in 83. Now, Tamil Nadu hasn't seen that. Tamil Nadu politics is different. There's much more for Vijay to do, but it's not mission impossible.
Last word to Mr. Ramakrishnan then. What is the next 10 months going to look like for Vijay? You see many changes?
That is, in case he goes around the state and then undertakes an intensive tour, then there are chances of Vijay being different than what Vijay Kant did. Vijay Kant got about 8.33% in his maiden attempt. But the one thing about Vijay Kant was that Vijay Kant has the track record of a doer of good deeds. It was quite longer than what Vijay is having. And so the people saw him, even still see him. If you go to his mausoleum at Coimbatore party office of DMDK, on any day, some 200 to 300 people visit his mausoleum. Okay, that means this Vijay Kant's goodwill, you can see. Whereas Vijay is it's quite recent. Okay. Anyway, but the change. Okay, one more thing is that there is always some 15% space for non-DMK, non-ADMK votes. Of the 15%, last time in 2024, I think Seeman got about 8%. Okay, so whether this 15% will be divided between Seeman and Vijay, or Vijay will step into the vote base of DMK and ADMK, that remains to be seen.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
And miles to go for Vijay to sleep, Shiv. He's got votes to get and a party to build.
We are saying Vanakkam Vijay Veera today because he's the big newsmaker of the day. The big question is whether Tamil Nadu and their voters are going to say Vanakkam Vijay 10 months from now. That's the big question, and we of course will be tracking every twist and turn on that very exciting road to the Tamil Nadu election. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with me on discussion number 1 on India Matters.